Hello everyone. Today I am explaining about fundamental rights. Fundamental rights was came into force on 26th January 1950. When it was adopted, when it was enforced, there was 7 fundamental rights. In 1978, by 44th Amendment Act, it was right to property was deleted. So now we have only, after 1978, we have only 6 rights. That 6 rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. So here, right to equality, articles covered in it are 14 to 18, right to freedom 19 to 22, right against exploitation 23 and 23 to 24, right to freedom of religion 25 to 28, cultural and educational rights 29 to 30, constitutional remedies 32. So here earlier I told you that right to property was deleted before 1978. It was a fundamental right. After deleting by 44th Amendment Act, now it is a legal right. So why it was deleted? Because because of some issues were arised in 1950 when India was got independence. In 1947, after independence, there was in 1950, after 1947, there was a government of Congress. Congress government decided that we have to take the property of the landlords, big landlords, and distribute that land to the landless people and take the compensation from the landlords. So landlords, it was against the landlords, so that's why landlords decided that we have to, this is against our right to property, this is the fundamental right, so how a government can take our properties. So they decided and they reached to high courts. For example, in Madhya Pradesh, in Bihar, UP, and this some states were, in some states that issues was arised. So here government decided that to overcome this problem, to overcome these hurdles, government passed the added the First Amendment Act 1951. In that first Constitutional Amendment Act, Article 31 was there earlier, but to Article 31 they are added Article 31A, 31B and 31C. So Article 31A is talking about the right to property of the individuals, but in 31A here state government has getting the right to take the property. Those are landlords. So from this they have right, state have right to take or acquire the property. So here by adding Article 31A and 31B and 31C, government has got opportunity to take the land from the landlords. So here in Article 31A, state governments and central government got the opportunity, and they got some rights to, like, nationalization of mining lands, etc. So like this they got the opportunity, and they enforce the acts against the landlords. In Article 31B, they discussed about the ninth schedule. Ninth schedule talks about the abolition of zamindari system. In Article 31C saying about the saving of laws, giving effect to certain directive principles of state policies. So seeing to these issues, there was like this some cases are arised, like Champakam Dorairajan case, it talks about the reservation policy, and Shankari Prasad case, this is a Shankari Prasad is a landlord. He reached to Supreme Court to because of his fundamental right to property is his fundamental right. So here how a government can overcome the right to property of an individual, like this type of issues were arised. So that's why in Shankari Prasad case, Supreme Court he reached to Shankari Prasad when he reached to Supreme Court, Supreme Court said that Article 31